whatever it may be, which caused dramatics between people.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to tell one dramatic story.
Woo!
And
Here we go.
I feel fucking terrible about this still to this day.
Oh my god.
But I'm gonna short form it because I don't want to take up too
Why?
much time.
No. Please go nuts. Go ahead. The world wants to know.
Our company acquires a new company. So we happen to bring in the individuals that happen to work at that company into our company.
Right.
Lady by the name of Sarah. I don't really remember her last name or whatever like that. I was trained or was tasked to train her on our system specifically at our office. So in this case, Sarah, you can picture her. She was a little bit of an odd bird. She's kind of wasn't very fashionable, wasn't very talkative, very to herself, introverted. But to be able to train somebody and to connect with somebody, you just have to kind of find that common ground and like, get with them and just be like, hey, what's up? How can we like, kind of find a common ground just to be cool with each other? So then I would ask her about what she's interested in, like how her life's going.
Really to make her feel comfortable.
Yeah, like what she ate for dinner or whatever like that. And over the span of like a month or so, like I was training her on the system, but then I would always make jokes with her and stuff like that. And then she finally started to come around. She would laugh after the fact.
She is really
so then
weird. That is weird. You're not very funny. And on that note, thank you for so much. No, I'm kidding. I love you. You're a very funny guy.
In this case, just talking to her, like asking about her day. I found out that she had a daughter. Her daughter's going to college or whatever like that. I asked her about the program, how her parenting works, what she thinks about certain things, just to make her comfortable. And for anybody who knows me, I try to do that with everybody realistically. It's one of the things that just building relationships in life is just one of those great things. So we'll definitely do an episode on that because I would love to talk about that eventually.
Yeah.
But in this case, one day she walks in on a Friday and goes, Ryan, what are you doing this weekend? And at the time, I think I was like 24 years old.
That's prime. That's primal Ryan age.
And I'm like, I'm not 100% sure. Usually me and my friends like to go to the beach. I'm a big beach person or whatever it may be.
Oh, tell me about it.
For those who don't know, I'm a huge beach person. And then I told her exactly the beach in itself, like where I'm going to be.
Yeah.
And then you know what she responds with? I'm going to be in that area, funny enough. And I'm like, oh, that's amazing. I'm like, you should go to the beach. Like the beach is like the beautiful place. I love the beach, whatever like that. The
sun, sand, and water.
Goes, maybe me and you can meet up for coffee in that area. She's like probably twice my age.
Yeah.
I don't know if she like took my like
advice,
friendliness or whatever for flirting.
And mistook it for
And she was like, maybe me and you should meet for coffee on the Saturday, like outside of work. And the thing about it, I've never put any interest in flirting.
You never put out any signals that you were interested.
No.
But at the end of the day, she still wanted the pie. She wanted to get piped down.
She was recently divorced.
Let me love you down.
You're my little secret.
Okay.
But in this case, real sweet lady.
Yeah.
She, I guess, I don't know if that you get asked out that way. I don't know if it's like an ask. Maybe it's just like a, hey, let's go have coffee. We can meet up or whatever.
Sure, it depends on how it's asked. Like how did she ask it?
So I'll try to mimic exactly that event.
I'm Ryan, and you're Sarah.
Okay, so you have to say I'm going to the beach on Saturday.
It's like, hey, I'm going to the beach on Saturday. To be perfectly honest.
Let me know. Oh, please.
Holy shit.
Man, for those internal jokes. Sorry. I'm going to the beach on Saturday.
Our friends are going to love that one. But yeah, okay, let's be real. I'm going to the beach on Saturday if or wait, no, you didn't ask her.
No, so I said I'm going to the beach.
I'm
on
going to the beach
Saturday.
on Saturday.
And then you would respond with, "Oh, what are you doing?"
Oh, okay. I'm going to
open
the
up
beach.
question.
I'm actually going to the beach on Saturday. What are you doing?
Oh, so funny enough, I'm actually going to be in that area wherever that beach happens to be. Like maybe you and I can maybe meet up for coffee, like before you go to the beach, or maybe after you go to the beach.
No, my dick is not for you. Go fuck yourself. That's how you should have responded. That's it. That's it. That's it. But how did you hold on? Okay, no, let's continue over the story. How did you really respond? Like when she asked you for the coffee?
Okay, so it is a little bit of an awkward situation.
Yes.
It's like twice my age.
Yikes.
Maybe even a little bit older.
You said just divorced too, right?
Yeah, just divorced.
Oof.
You know, because we talked about all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
I really got into her life and like what she does and stuff like that.
Right.
And then yeah, I was kind of like, you know what? Like, I don't mean to say like I wouldn't want to go for coffee with you, but I just, I have plans during that day or whatever like that. Me and my friends usually make it a whole day thing. But like maybe another time, one day we can go out for coffee and I would love to sit down with you. We can talk. So then she was like, "Oh, okay, that's fine." But
Seems
literally
pretty civil,
a couple of days after,
Yeah.
me and a couple of the other people that were sitting around us were making these jokes, and we have a pretty like dirty-minded group of friends at the.
Yeah, I say.
There's this, and I don't know if I'm speaking in the right terms, and I'm sure that a Java developer can probably correct me in this case, but there's a specific type of like coding that's called like cat or something like that.
Okay.
Like kitty cat or something like that. So then I was making a joke. This lady was like, "Yo, Ryan, like you need to help me. Like I keep getting this kitty cat on my screen." And I'm like, "Man, what are you watching?" And I'm like, "Oh goddamn, like like, the kitty cat's on the screen. Like, man, it's the wrong time. We're at work." So I'm like making all these like stupid sexual jokes at work with like all my coworkers and stuff because we're that close.
They're
we're
cool.
We're really close knit. Like
they would never report you to each other.
And then the lady that asked me out, Sarah, she was like, "That's not funny. You shouldn't be talking about that at work." And I was kind of like, "Whoa!" And this is the first time she's ever
told you off.
Any negative stuff.
How soon was this
Usually
after
she laughed
the
at all my
coffee?
jokes. Oh, this was like 2 or 3 days after.
Oof.
It was literally like the next week.
Oof.
So then I'm like, "Sarah, like, I'm sorry, like, man, we could talk about this. Like, I don't mean to offend you, whatever like that." I try to think. And she's like, "No, I'm going to tell the manager on you. I think you're being very inappropriate making those jokes in a work environment."
Oh.
And then everyone's like,
"Well, damn, Sarah."
And then I'm like, "Man, like I told her, I'm like, that's what kind of I'm known for. Like, I'm the young kid that makes these stupid jokes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just, it is what it is. I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to offend you. I will try to not make those jokes anymore." So she calls the manager. Manager pulls me into the office and goes, "Ryan, what did you do?" And I'm like, I will be honest with you. I was making jokes about pussy." And she's like, were people okay with it? I'm like, "Yeah, everyone was other than her." And then she was like, "Okay, like, I get it. Like, she's a little bit of the odd person out, but Ryan, can you just," I'm like,
not make jokes about pussy.
And I'm like, "Okay, I get it. Like, I'm sorry. I'm the wrong person here." So
and then the manager's like, "So what was the joke?" What was the joke?
And she's like laughing at her.
All right, go back to your dad.
So a day later, they call her in, and then I think we're all sitting in like in a group, and she's like, "Yeah, Ryan makes inappropriate jokes. I don't like the way he acts. He's very unprofessional."
In front of you?
Yeah, in front of me, to our manager, because we're sitting in like a meeting, right?
What the fuck?
And I'm kind of like, "Okay, I get it. Like, I apologize. Not everyone's open to those kind of jokes, and I fully understand."
Wait. So what was she referring to? That one joke you made?
You know what happens to the lady? She gets fired the next day. And I feel fucking terrible about that.
Did they say why?
Because she doesn't vibe with our group.
That's kind of fucked up.